Okay, hello and welcome. My name is Guild Navigator, and today I'm going to be beginning a Let's Play series as Germany in HOI4. So I was fucking around with the audio settings there a little bit. Hopefully they're okay. That's why you guys aren't going to get to see me load in. It's been a hot minute since I played this game. I was big on it back in the day, and I got some been getting some YouTube shorts about it, and I was like, you know what, I should just play it. Yeah, so let's jump into it. I don't know what the meta is or anything. For those of you who are coming across this channel for the first time, I make, what I like to call old school Let's Play content. So that's, just kind of someone yapping for 20 or 30 minutes into the recorder. Kind of like the early 2000s Roomba, 2010s, I should say, Roomba, not 2000s. Okay, I still think that volume for the effects or whatever is a little bit high. I'm looking over at OBS. I mean, I think I want everything, I guess. I guess the problem is if everything's being set to extremely low. Let's do that and see if that fixes anything. Okay, my tech is set. Now, if I remember correctly, you want to build civilian factories first in probably the highest infrastructure provinces. That looks okay for now. I guess let's queue that up like that. And then I could either do remilitarization of the Rhineland or oppose Hitler. I want to do just like a classic, World War II conquest game. Man, these fucking faction trees or whatever have gotten completely out of hand. Artillery is very good, if I remember correctly. And I'm definitely going to be wanting a good airplane, like a good air force. So that's good. Available special projects. Dear God. I don't know. What does this unlock? I mean, that seems fine. Sure. I definitely am not going to cancel the MIFO bills. Now, one of the things about Germany that I remember from this game, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, is that right off the bat, you kind of get like one sort of like free war, you could almost call it, in the sense that the world tension is low enough that you can kind of get away with, invading one country before people start adding all the guarantees. So I need to decide, is that something that I want to do? Because I could like just go after Poland right now. And I think I could take Poland. Okay, now all of you are just going to become infantry divisions. I am completely aware that this is not optimal, but but I want as many men in the field as possible. These look like fine infantry divisions for now. I imagine I just have a huge deficit now of, yeah, infantry equipment, but that's fine. I have outdated equipment still in production. That is just these submarines, but as they finish and stuff, I can queue up more stuff. And then demand increased Dutch trade with Germany. I don't really care about that. So the Netherlands is another one that you could go after, because you could try to get like their Dutch East Indies colonies. But that does feel a little bit like I'm cheating if I do that. It's not the classic World War II playthrough. Okay, let's split our armies in half, and I guess I might as well just put them all in one unit. I have remilitarized the Rhineland. Okay, now, oh my God, this is so fucking confusing. This is what I mean, like, I just hate that is there a way that I can get them so that they just like disappear? This is like unmanageable. And then there's the, so I can either do the 4-year plan or I can prioritize economic growth. Let's look at what that looks like. Strength of the Kriegsmarine. These all look kind of like what I would expect. The additional factories is obviously great. So I'll look at that in a second. But what do I need for like Anschutz and stuff like that. Wow, this is extremely confusing. Man, they need to like stop just creating these ridiculously huge trees. Like, I don't know how much do these things actually differ from each other. But for the Anschluss, I need 50,000 infantry equipment and 500,000 manpower. Okay. Then in the meantime, I guess I'll go down this. I have no idea which of these is better. I mean, the 4-year plan is the historical one, so I'll just do that for now. Wonder why they had, like, that was such a common phrasing. Improved stability. I feel like I get stability pretty common in these events as Germany, but I may be wrong. Yeah, but I wonder why that framing of things as like 4 or 5 year plans was so common at the time. There must be some like deep human psychological reason, of course. Yeah, I'm cool with that. That's sick. Schacht is the famous, like, in quotes, financial wizard. He was the finance minister, I believe, of Germany in the first couple of years of Hitler's rule. In particular, he was famous for this idea called the MIFO bills and just, you know, other stuff in general, that he was basically able to borrow money without people being able to know that that's what he was doing. That music seems kind of loud. Yeah. World War II is a very interesting period of time. I was reading a book about it somewhat recently, and someone made the observation that, you know, with World War I, everyone's very interested in how it was begun, right? And in World War II, everyone's very interested in how it was prosecuted. And there's like relatively less interest in the other ones, right? And I mean, it makes sense, because I think with World War II, the natural explanation, and I think probably the mostly accurate one, is that like World War II was an attempt by the revisionist powers, right? So like Germany, Japan, to a lesser extent Italy, to relitigate the Treaty of Versailles. And so it's like in some ways like just a continuation of World War I. Like that's the real one, that there's like a contingency. As soon as World War I ends the way that it does, it almost feels like World War II is inevitable. I don't know if I should be doing that because I want to be getting more men in the field. Okay, we got some people under construction. My 4-year plan is finished. Autarky efforts. I do like the construct the Reichsbahn. So basically I get more infrastructure. Very cool. I love this game when it first came out. I remember the first Let's Play series that I ever did, or I shouldn't say Let's Play series, the first like playthrough I ever did was as the Kingdom of Greece. Hearts of Iron 3, ironically, which is the game before this one, was the first Paradox game I ever played. It, I don't know, there's always been something about World War II that has fascinated me. I could probably set this to the highest speed. I think I'm just kind of sitting here letting things tick up. Obviously I have I could appoint people if I wanted to. Logistics is pretty good, just for the less attrition. I think having just more organization is almost always really good. Okay, so I finished up some techs, and I could do a trade deal with Sweden. Interesting. Civilian factors is always good, and then the research slot is also really good. Although, of course, I can't get it quite yet. Better research speed, I love it. And then the basic radio is awesome. I think I need to move some people off of my artillery and such. Yeah, I may have gone a little bit overboard. I always loved this production efficiency and production efficiency cap system. It was I don't think it was in the game originally at launch. I believe it was added later, but it's such an intuitive thing where basically as you do something fast, like for longer, you gain these bonuses to doing it. And that if you switch up production, there's like these shorter, medium term, you could say basically disequilibrium effects. But it's done in such like an intuitive way that I love. It's not like super complicated in some hidden submenu or something. So I can just get more infrastructure. I don't think that that's necessarily what I want. I will do this because the 2 civilian factories would be great. Interesting. So the MIFO bills are consuming a lot of... Huh. I don't understand this. That just seems bad. Like, I guess the plus construction speed is okay, but that just doesn't seem good at all. Growing expenses of rearmament. Maybe that's just like a debug for me that I have to like conquer other countries. That's kind of like the implicit idea in it. Concentrated industry used to always be the best, so I'm just going to assume that it continues to be. Okay, I can do... What would like canceling these do? Interesting. And then this would just add another building slot, which I don't think is worth 100 political power right now. Getting another political advisor would be good. Production efficiency, that's minus stability, which isn't great. But that's not bad. I think that that's on net worth it. The loss of stability isn't awesome, but the additional like production is always nice. And then I can deploy units. I should set their deployment zone as Berlin. Okay, and then I can accelerate rearmament. I think I'll do this. Autarky effort. And then unassigned divisions. You shall just go join them. Oh my god. Okay. Dude, I have no idea. Looks like most of these call for like 100, so I'll save up that much. Bum bum bum. And I should be getting somewhat close to I'm just gonna queue all of this stuff up, so I'll just finish all the ships that were being built already. The Olympic Games. What was I saying? I have a cold today, if you guys can't hear it in my voice. That's part of the reason I'm playing. It's only like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but I don't want to do work because I'm feeling sick. Oh my god, this is so many things. I think bold attack would be nice because I'm going to be doing lots of attack. Motorization drive seems okay. Yeah, all of you are going to be more expensive. The additional power to infantry would, I think, be pretty solid. Okay, let's stop you. I still am not yet at Anschluss. How many men in the field do I have? How do I see that? I feel like this should, that just is telling my losses to attrition. How the hell do I see this? That there has to be a way to see this. Maybe officer corps? Logistics maybe, right? No, because that's the amount that I currently have, like, in my supply and stuff, I believe. Recruit and deploy. Diplomacy. Maybe just if I just click on my country. Yeah, I have no idea, but I don't have enough. That's the core idea. So I can give up parts of my political power, basically. And in exchange, I think I can get some bonuses. But that seems like a pretty good, you know, just flat bonus. And I also love just the 50 political power. Yeah, I'm just so tempted to just go conquer Poland right now. I don't know if I could, but I want to. Do I do it? Do I do it? It would take a year. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing my research. Okay, I've completed that. Now, I don't think any of this stuff is worth doing right now. I mean, so the additional political power seems pretty good. I mean, so the reduced cost of the laws, I actually think would be pretty solid. Because I want to like change to a war economy at some point. That's going to require more power or whatever. More support for war. Okay, let's do, I think, a medium tank design. Yeah. I may be over-indexing on political power, like it's possible I don't need it that badly. Oh, wait. Is this how I do it? I look over this. I think this is right. So I have army, 672,000 men in the field. So I have enough men. Or maybe that only counts the ones, like, deployed. Okay, at least 500,000 manpower in divisions in the field and more than 50,000 infantry equipment in the field. Yeah, so that makes sense. So in the field, I only have like 400,000, 450,000 or whatever. I did complete Party Chancellor Hess. Okay, weird. Yeah, just more civilian factories is always good. Because civilian factories, you know, they do stuff to themselves. They reinforce themselves. Oh, wait. Now I think I understand. So this consumer goods factor, like, down multiplies the amount that's required. I think. Because I'm getting 27%. Yeah, so they're multiplied together to a factor of 110%, which is then applied on top. I think that makes sense to me. Okay, I think so. I have some experimental tank research bonus. Do I want to rush my basic medium tank? Not necessarily. I could go for like heavy fighter. I'm pretty good on tech actually, which is weird but nice. No, that doesn't make any sense. Let me just improve my war artillery then. Okay, establish the Reich Works. Oh, nice, I can do this. To get another research slot. And also this additional, I don't know, what is that, chromium and cobalt or something like that. Okay, and I'm just continuing to churn out my infantry equipment. Oh, can I send volunteers here? I think I could, but I currently don't have any like tank divisions, so I should prioritize this. What do you require? You need infantry equipment, which would make sense because all of the infantry equipment has been poured into these bros. I should have enough when this finishes to do the Anschluss though. In the meantime, I think rather than building out, I'm just going to take 3 of these people. I'm going to turn them into their own army. Let's give you Manstein, and I'll change you into a Panzer division. And then let's send the volunteers. And I can send, it looks like 2 air wing divisions, which if I remember correctly are like 100 people. So that's close air support. Want some fighters. Okay, that is going to go there. And then the close air support is also going to go there. And then now that I have the ability to, I think I can fly into Spain. And this should give us some nice XP. Let us look at this little air zone and see what we're doing. Yeah, nice. We're doing some pretty good damage. I don't even know if I needed my I don't even know if I need any fighter pilots here. Oh my god, what did I do? I think I'm gonna actually move these fighter pilots, Jesus, out of here. And I think I'll replace them with another close air support division. You are also fighters. Do I not have any more close air support? I mean, I could just take some tactical bombers. That's also fine. They can still bomb. Cool. Let's see how they're doing. Yeah, they're putting up some damage. That's nice to hear. And have you arrived? You have. Okay, that gives me something to do. That means I should be a little bit more careful. I would like extensive conscription so I can start to get my manpower up. And then you are going to be the high priority reinforcement zone. I'm trying to think of where would be the best place for these guys. If I could go down here, the problem with going down here is that I would have to attack through mountains. This is all mountains, right? Yeah. There's not like a ton of kind of like plains and stuff. I mean, I guess somewhere like here would be pretty good. Like maybe even just pushing towards Madrid. And my airplanes, like their whole goal is to just, you know, keep just causing problems. I may send one of you over here. Yeah. I like that. And then I could activate their like railroad, right? Strategic relocation or whatever it's called. Construction and mechanical computing both finished at the same time. I do like extracting more resources, but for now, we're just going to focus on upping our production efficiency and everything. And they move so freaking slowly. Am I suffering just like a crazy amount of attrition? Yeah, I've lost like 30 tanks just to attrition. Okay, and my air wings, I think that they've been doing some pretty good damage. Can I see over the last year? I can't, they've done nothing. Those are losses. I don't want losses. I want like the amount of damage they've done. What would enabling this do? Yeah, I think that seems totally worth it. To increase my efficiency a little bit. Okay, they're coming into position. They're being attacked by the Spanish. These fools. They have no idea what they've unleashed. Oh, so the Spanish Civil War, fighting as a foreign volunteer force, has always been one of my like favorite things to do in this game, because it's the you get like a good amount of, I guess I would say, like tactical involvement. Like, I feel like my airplanes are doing crazy damage, but I wish I had any way of knowing. Okay, that is completed. No, I don't think I'll do that yet. Maintenance company, maybe. So I suffer less attrition. That's what it does, right? Gives a reliability bonus. I don't know. That seems fine. Now we counterattack. This is Manstein's famous backhand blow. You know, just done in miniature. Okay. And then I finished that. I should be able to do Anschluss now, right? Interesting. Is it because I just don't have enough infantry equipment in the field? Is that like the problem? More than 50,000 infantry equipment. Okay, that's my timer going off. So I'm going to call it here.